All right, Dirk and Anita each made a bowl of punch. Dirk made 3/4 of a gallon, and Anita made 4.5 times as much. How much did Anita make? So in a question like this, we have to figure out what operation is being performed. So there's a key word in here that represents the operation. Who can raise a hand and tell me the key word and the operation? Italia? Times, and that would mean that we are timesing, right? Multiplication. So the key word times means that we are going to multiply. We are going to multiply these values together. Again, you don't need to focus on the fractions. You need to focus on the words to figure out the operation. So we're going to take how much Dirk made, which is 3/4 of a gallon. We're going to multiply it by 4.5. So in our calculators, again, as a quick reminder of how to use these, you're going to use your fraction button for 3/4. You're going to type in 3. Don't forget to use these arrows over 4 and get out of the fraction. Then you hit times. To do a mixed number, you have to hit the second and the fraction button, and you'll type in 4.5. Hit enter. You're going to get an improper fraction, 27/8. We need to convert that into a mixed number. To do so, you'll hit second and then the X10N button. That X10N button will convert it into a mixed number, 3 3/8. Okay, it's no different than what we did yesterday, guys, but now we're having multiplication and division kind of problems. Multiplication and division problems. Let's take a look at another one. Okay. All right, at the end of the night, a pizza place had 2/3 of a pizza left over. The 4 employees each took home an equal amount. How much did they each get? What are we going to do in a problem like this? What operation are we performing here? Ioani? Divide. Because we are splitting it into equal amounts, right? Everyone each gets to have an equal amount. So when you're splitting things into equal parts, they each took an equal amount. That means it's going to be division. You are going to divide. That's hard to see. Okay, so we are dividing. We're going to take the pizza, which is 2/3, and we're going to divide it equally amongst the 4 employees. So 2/3 divided by 4. 2/3 divided by 4, and that's going to come out to 1/6. They each get 1/6 of the pizza. They would each get 1/6 of the pizza. I'll stop for a moment so you guys can get some of that copied down. Alright, a sandwich is 4 3/4 inches long. Mary eats 3/4 of the sandwich. How much did she eat? So in a problem like this, when we see a fraction of something, so we've got the measurement of the sandwich. We know that you're eating 3/4 of that amount. So it's basically stating, hey, you are going to do 3/4 of 4 3/4. That of means that you are going to multiply. So we said that in our book, in our notes a couple pages back. Some key terms for multiplication would be of. So when it's a fraction of a value, when you're taking a fraction of a value, you are actually multiplying the fraction and that value. So 3/4 of the sandwich, your sandwich is 4 3/4. Your sandwich is 4 3/4. So you're just doing 3/4 times 4 3/4. So in your calculators, go ahead and do 3/4 times 4 3/4. When you do that, you're going to get 57 over 16. You'll convert it, and it becomes 3 9/16. So again, that term, a fraction of a value, is multiplication. You're just going to be multiplying. A fraction of a value means that you are going to be multiplying. All right, a painter has 16 3/5 pints of paint. He needs to paint 4 1/5 rooms. How much paint is he using in each room? So you have a total amount of paint that he has. You have an amount of rooms that needs to be painted. You want to know how much of that paint is going to be for every room. What operation is that going to be, Rowena? Division. Because you're taking your total and you're going to split it amongst those rooms equally. This is going to be a division problem. So you're taking 16 3/5 you're going to divide it by 4 1/5. 16 3/5 is going to get divided by 4 1/5. Go ahead and do that right now. Do 16 3/5 divided by 4 1/5. Who can raise their hand and tell me what improper fraction did you get? Italia? Very good. 83/21. And what is that going to be as a mixed number, Caden? 3 20/21. Good. Okay. Now just a couple of other things that I want to put down here at the bottom as reminders. Who can tell us what does the word product mean? What operation is product? Product is what operation? Multiplication. Product is multiplication. So don't forget, if you see the word product, that means you're going to be doing multiplication. And if you see the word quotient, what word is quotient, Emily? Division. Quotient is division. So if you see those words, you're going to be doing division. So the worksheet that you were given yesterday, you were supposed to do problems 1 through 4 yesterday. Today, you're going to finish the remainder of that worksheet. So you have plenty of time to work on the worksheet. You're going to work quietly. That means that you are doing it independently by yourself for the first 15 minutes. Then you get to come together with the people at your table to discuss the problems for the last 15 minutes of class, just to make sure you guys are all on the same page. If you have questions on a problem, you need to converse with each other. So the rule is ask 3 before you ask me. That means you need to talk to 3 people at your table before you guys have to come and talk to me about it. Understood? Ask 3 before you ask me. Go ahead and work on that worksheet. The whole thing needs to be done. We're grading it tomorrow.